crowd, I hear your voice in the hum, the echo of you in the beat of a drum. Every hello carries someone's goodbye. We're all walking shadows of a love that won't die. I reach far, I reach wide, feel your warmth on the other side. We are threads of light, weaving through the night, tied to the stars, to the ones out of sight. Every touch, every tear, every laugh, every fight, we are threads of light. We are threads of light. We are threads of light. On the wire at dawn, black wings shoulder to shoulder. One call, then the flock moves like a single holder. They know the winter path, they know the hidden field. They keep the herd among them and never break the seal. If one falls, they turn. If one calls, they come. Carrying the amber till the dark is done. Raven circle, hold me in your ring. Raven circle, teach my heart to sing. One for all and all for one, under moon and rain. Raven circle, call me back again. They trade the same bright glance like secrets past and cold, guarding the young ones close on the cold and open road. I saw them on the fence like elders in the wind. No king above their hollow, just a vow to not unbend. If one turns left, the whole sky turns. If one keeps watch, the whole night learns. Raven circle, hold me in your ring. Raven circle, teach my heart to sing. One for all and all for one, under moon and rain. Raven circle, call me back again. Maybe faith is feathered, maybe love is black and bright. Maybe every soul needs shelter in the long blue edge of night. So when I lose my way, let the old song find me. I'll follow that dark blessing where the wild ones find me. Raven circle, hold me in your ring. Raven circle, teach my heart to sing.
Hey everyone, welcome all of you amazing, beautiful ravens. How are you all? So good to see you all. Can you all hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up or a yes in the chat. Hey, let's say hello to some of you guys. Welcome to the next live Idaho 4 jar reading. So let's say hello to a few people. Donna Carranza, hi, how are you doing? Good to see you. Pony Girl, hi, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Potsy, how are you doing? Sue Bishop, great to see you. Missy Cat 55, great to see you. Jarley, good to see you. Pony Girl, thank you. That's really sweet of you to say. Bunny Toes 230, I love that name. I don't know where it comes from, but I love it. Welcome, Belinda Bunn. Welcome. How are you doing? Annette, good to see you. How are you doing? And how's that lovely kitty? I've forgotten your cat's name. Do forgive me, but yeah, it's good to see you. I hope you're both doing well. Amy, Carey, good to see you. Sarah McMath, good to see you. Kelly East, hey, how's it going? Adrienne, how's it going? And obviously, hey, Tara, Karma, how are you doing? Thanks for being here. Thanks for being an amazing mod. Ginger290, how are you? Boss Lady, how are you? Tammy on a health journey, great to see you. How's it going? It's Loki, how's it going? Good to see you. Annette, I've already said hello to you. Sorry, but you're worth saying hello to twice. I'm sure I've missed some people as usual, guys, but hello to everyone. Thank you for being here. This is going to be an Idaho 4 jar reading. I don't know who's going to come out of the jar, but before I do that, if any of you were here for my last live stream on Monday, I did mention that I was going to be doing an unboxing first. I'm sorry, I was so excited about this. You may notice that this is empty. That's a clue, okay? I'm doing an unboxing because Otter Spirit have sent me something and it is a mystery. So I'm going to do that now. Now, just for full transparency, I did open it. I opened the box because I didn't know what it actually was. And then when I realized what the packaging was inside, I sealed it again. So I do not know what this is. Genuinely, I don't know. I haven't seen it. So I'm going to do that now. And if I love surprises too, Amy, I really do. I'm the lucky one that's got the surprise. So, and if any of you aren't familiar with Otter Spirit, then I'm sure Tara will pin their link and discounts if you want to go there. They do bracelets, they do jewelry, they do statement pieces, you name it. They are a family run business and they are the most beautiful people. And I'm not just saying that, they are so lovely. And I will work with them for all the time they'll have me. Honestly, I work with them because I love them. I think they're amazing people. Oh my God, there's two things in here. There's two things in here. What the hell? I don't know if I'm meant to open both of them. Okay. Yeah, and they if you do buy anything from them, they donate $1 for every item purchased towards the conservation of the sea otters who are endangered, which is really sad. So let's see. Right, okay. Let me show you this box. I'm kind of guessing, I think I know what this is, but I don't know if that makes sense. Let me just, I don't want to cut anything because the packaging is so nice. Let's see, can I open this without cutting it? I think I'm gonna have to cut this bit. What is it? What is it? This is the packaging, guys. Look how beautiful. Which way up is this? Sorry, this isn't the smoothest unboxing you've ever watched. I can't tell. Oh, got it, got it. Which way? Which way? There we go. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. What is it? Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Look at this. This is a rhodolite sphere. I'm in love. I'm actually in love. How beautiful is that? I wonder what's in here. Sorry. Genius. They're genius. They are genius. They've sent me a stand. Oh, it is beautiful. So they've only fairly recently started doing like the spheres and the obelisks, but when you go on their website, they have got a range of like the standard obelisks, like the small, the ones that I like, the one I had here before, and the smaller spheres like the one I had here before. But these are bigger, and I believe this is one of their statement spheres. I can't believe they've sent me this. It is exquisite. So let me just tell you quickly about rhodolite. And they basically said, can we send you something? And I was like, yeah, of course you can. Of course you can. And they said, is there anything in particular you want? I was like, no, because I never want anything. And I said, just make it a surprise, make it a surprise. But I know they'll be thinking about my particular energy and what is going to align with me and what I do. So they've chosen this, which is rhodolite, and it says, I'm filled with vitality and purpose. It's so cute. The intention of this stone is healing and confidence. Zodiac signs that it particularly aligns with is Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Sagittarius. It is aligned with the heart chakra. Amazing, wonderful, beautiful. Now I'm going to have to put this here. Is that steady? Look at that. Look at that. Oh gosh, I'm so lucky. So guys, please go and visit their website if you haven't done so already. I'm not suggesting you buy something like this because it may well be out of people's, budgets, but they do a smaller version of this. So, and I think they do an obelisk as well in different sizes. So anyway, I'm glad we got that out of the way. I'm overwhelmed. I am absolutely overwhelmed. So thank you. Thank you for putting up with that unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it. So on to the reading. Now, I just want to say before I begin, because I do take note of what you guys are saying, I'm trying to keep everyone happy, if that makes sense, which is impossible. I get it. I can't keep everyone happy. But someone did mention, and I've heard it a couple of times now, that while I'm doing a live reading, they'd rather I just concentrated on the reading rather than stopping and responding to people's comments. And that is exactly what I intended to do, because that's what I said I was going to do, and it's my own fault that I get distracted by people's comments. So I am going to make a concerted effort during this reading to not respond to anyone's comments unless something like a donation comes up, and I will respond to that. So any comments, if you have anything that you want me to specifically answer, then hold on to it until after I finish the reading, because I will spend some time with you all after the reading. And thank you, Vicky. Thank you so much for the jewels, for the 10 jewels. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. So let's see who's going to be today. One's fallen out. One's jumped out, guys. One has jumped out. Just one. How likely is that, really, when you think about it? I mean, is he even going to be? I don't know if I want to read this. Okay, I'm going to get everyone's opinion before I carry on, because I don't know. I actually don't know if he is going to even be involved from this point forward. You'll understand what I mean, because this is the name is, oh my God, Bill Thompson. Is he still going to be a lawyer if the case comes to trial again? Is he going to be a lawyer? I don't know. I don't know if, look, let's do a show of hands, okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to read Bill Thompson. Put a 2 in the chat if you want me to draw again and try someone else. So 2s are winning so far. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. You want me to try? Draw again. Let's draw again. This is a good one because it links to what did you tell Adam? And the person I'm reading now is Mr. Jack Showalter. Not the first time, but that's who we're reading. So let's get on with this reading, and I will not be distracted. In fact, I might hide the chat from myself now while I am actually doing this reading. There we go. So we're starting with, as usual, True Intentions deck. Thank you so much. I was just checking I did get that name right. It is Bitch666. Thank you so much for the 200 jewels. That's really sweet of you. Thank you. And thank you, Ro, for the 2 jewels. Thank you. I appreciate you both. Oh, I can't stop looking at that. Beautiful, beautiful globe. Thank you, Amy, for the jewels. So Jack. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I read that comment, the disclaimer. Thank you so much for reminding me. This is a psychic reading. I use oracle cards and I use tarot cards, and occasionally I get messages from spirit. I interpret these messages in my own way, and you may interpret them differently in your own way, and I encourage you to do so. At no point am I claiming any of this to be factual, or am I making any accusations. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's do this. No, I'm not going to start that intro. God, you have to wait another 3 minutes. So the card that jumped out is regret. I'm disappointed with how things went with us and wish I could change the past. Mr. Showalter. I'm sure I did a fairly recent reading on him. Or I feel like I did. Maybe I didn't. But he's regretting and he's disappointed in something, how it turned out. He wishes he could change the past. We have chaos. I'm a magnet for trouble. It's not my fault. I leave a trail of mayhem behind me. Of course it's not his fault. Of course it's not his fault. Bless him. I leave a trail of mayhem behind me. I'm a magnet for trouble. I'm disappointed with how things went with us. I wish I could change the past. Who is he talking about? Can you hear that? I don't know if you can, because I think my I think I've got noise reduction on, but if you can, there's a very loud bird outside my window, and I think it's a magpie because I know the sound. But anyway, I'm disappointed with how things went with us, and I wish I could change the past. I don't know who this is relating to. I'm not picking it up yet because it could be relating to any of the four. And I do think it's about one of the four victims. I don't think it's about someone else who's a peer or anyone else. Thank you so much, Bonnie, for the jewels. Thank you, Adrienne, for the jewels. Thank you. But let's carry on because it will fall into place as I continue. So let's carry on, and I'm going to continue with shadow darkness. Just a pamphlet. I'm trying to focus on the whole energy of what was, even though I've been told it once by Kaylee about what was said to Adam. And yes, I should definitely trust that, and but there's something else here that I'm not picking up. What is it what was Jack so concerned about? Why was he warning them about they're going to get you for this? It could still have been, even if he said that, it could still link to what I was told originally by Kaylee about what Maddie told Adam. That would still make sense, because then that would be about, it would come back to Dylan again. We have confusion. No kidding. Unclear, overwhelm. So what I get with this is, in that moment when Jack, sort of chased them and said, they're going to get you for this, Maddie. Maddie had no cares in the world at that point. She's like, oh, whatever, Jack, get over it. It's like, I don't know. That was her attitude. She did not give a shit about what Jack was saying. But Kaylee did. Kaylee did. That worried her. Whatever was said triggered her, from what I've been shown, triggered Kaylee to then turn around to Maddie and say, what did you tell Adam? So this feels like something that, even though Jack was saying to Matt, they're going to get you for this, Maddie, Kaylee was the one that was worried about it. And Kaylee was feeling the confusion. She didn't understand. And I know Maddie's response was, I told Adam everything. But something else was said after that, and we didn't hear it. Now, if I think I'm right in saying that this was on the way to the grub truck that all of this happened. And when you see them both on camera, they both seem pretty, they're pretty carefree, both Maddie and Kaylee, neither of them look like they're worrying too much. But that's probably just down to, alcohol, distraction, seeing people, friends, whatever, that's made them instantly forget. But Jack Showalter was there. If you think right back to the very beginning, he was. Why have I put them away? He was lurking. He was lurking in the shadows, literally, at the grub truck. He was very obviously watching them both. And he also followed them when they left. For how long, I don't know, because you don't see him following them. I don't know. But anyway, let's pull the second card from this deck. So this is symmetry, balance, and harmony. Symmetry. Can I ask a question now, which means that it looks like I'm being distracted? I'm not going to ask it. It's fine. It's fine. Symmetry, balance, and harmony. Don't know what that's about. I'm going to wait for the clarifiers. Next deck. Oh, a bit of back pain for some reason. The next deck I'm using is the Secrets Revealed True Crime Oracle. You can purchase any of these decks via my Amazon storefront as well. This is a big old chunky boy. Thank you so much, Bonnie, for the jewels. That's super kind of you. Thank you. So we have, wow, cleanup. So that means, according to these cards, allegedly, he was involved in the cleanup, or a cleanup was needed at his property as well, possibly. And there was, if we remember back to when the first documents came out after the plea deal, there was evidence of blood at Jack, or there was that actually it proved to be incorrect, that it wasn't Jack Showalter's apartment that had blood on the door. Was it someone else's? But I seem to remember it being Jack S, who had blood on the door of his apartment and in the apartment as well. But either way, he's either involved in the cleanup at his own place or in the cleanup at somewhere else, whether it's 1122 or somewhere else. There was a cleanup. I think there was more than one. Put it this way, there was more than one cleanup going on. And what's strange is when you think about the Whites' apartments is even though they would have had a cleanup, why did they leave certain very obvious signs? Did they run out of time? Was it deliberate? I don't know. Okay, then this card, Dark Energies. I do get that for Jack, I have to say. I don't he's not one of the darkest people that I have read. He's not. But I do get a darkness about Jack, which is more about insecurity than dark toxic energy. But then you think about, if you think about, you know, historically, the worst serial killers have always done what they did because of being an insecure child or not having been nurtured when they're growing up, or feeling like the odd one out, or not getting attention from girls. I'm not saying he's, you know, he's one of the perps, but it's almost like he enjoyed knowing something. Feels like he knew something was going to happen that night, and he enjoyed letting something slip, a little bit of something slip, by saying they're going to get you for this. It's like, I know something you don't. I know what's going to happen to you later. He got a kick out of that. Jackie, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That's so sweet. And thank you, Ro, for the 20 jewels. Thank you. I might pull one more of these actually, because I feel like I'm connecting with this deck pretty well. Okay, one's flipped over, so you can see there's one that's flipped over. So do you know, I have got a second camera that I'm intending on using pretty soon, guys, so that I can have one pointing down and also one on me. Or I could just have one camera pointing at the cards. Maybe you don't need to see me, I don't know. Oh, so the card that flipped within the deck is Witness. Has he witnessed something? Did Jack witness something? Now, it doesn't mean he has to be there, actually be, but he might have been. He might have been at one of the locations where one of the 4 victims were attacked. Doesn't have to have been at 1122. He might have been somewhere else. He might have been, or he might have been watching something. If something was being live streamed. But if something was being live streamed, I don't know if the actual unalivings were live streamed. I think there may have been a fight that was live streamed. So anyway, let's carry on. Next deck. Revealing the truth. So we have ascending, level up, promotion, progress. I get this a lot for a lot of the frats. They seem to be doing pretty well since all of this happened. So is this about him, how he's been coping since? Or is this card giving me energy of something that happened at the time? It's weird. I keep coming back to every now and again, like now, someone, and this isn't about someone watching from a balcony down. This is more like, and this sounds really weird, but this is more like someone standing on a roof or standing up a tree and observing something from above. And I don't know why I keep seeing that, but it totally gives me Jackass energy. Thank you so much, Linda, for the jewels. And thank you to Spiri Mystic. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. So sweet of you. Thank you. I don't know why it gives me, it would fit Jackass so well, because I don't know why. I just see him being the type to try and get the best angle or the best view. And the only way he can do that is up a tree. And I know that doesn't make sense, because that would mean something was going on outside, or I don't know. Why would unless he's a lookout, unless he was being a lookout and he had to do that from going up a tree or somewhere up high. We have key people, core of the problem. He's a key person, apparently. Key people, core of the problem. Pass. You could look at the word key literally, but I'm not feeling that. I am feeling that he's a key person. And again, it doesn't mean that he was yielding a weapon, but it could mean he was part of the overall operation. It kind of made him, it gave him a buzz. Whatever this is about, it gave him a buzz. It made him feel important. It made him feel like he had some sort of power. That they're going to get you for this, Maddie. It was almost like he was so excited he couldn't help himself. He probably shouldn't have said that. He probably should not have said that. He could have got into all sorts of trouble, or he could have given the whole thing away. Who knows? But he could not help himself. He was like, oh, you know, and I do feel this came because I think it has been documented that he was at the corner club. Was it him? I don't know. But what I do pick up and have picked up about Jack for quite some time is that he was where the girls were. I don't know who he had his sights set on, whether it was Maddie or Kaylee. I don't think it was Xana, but he was being rejected. Not for the first time, but I think probably that night may have been, I don't know. He was trying his luck again and getting rejected, brutally rejected. So he couldn't help himself but say, they're going to get you for this. Like, as if to say, ha ha, I've got the last laugh. He knew, as far as I'm concerned, he knew what was happening. Next deck, I want to use the vocab deck. Should I use the illustrated vocab deck? No. Okay. Okay. Okay, I am going to read them all. So we have, and please do not forget, these are just vocabulary. It's just a vocab deck. It's nothing special. It's not, hasn't got any particular theme. It's just random words that have been categorized into themes, but there's no connection to the law, true crime, anything. Thank you so much, Bunny Toes, for the gifted membership, and congratulations to whoever received that. Welcome to the family. So the first card is, it is the theme of law. And the words are precedent and propriety. So precedent is an action that sets a standard. And propriety is conforming to accepted norms. He wanted to be accepted. I think Jack wanted to just be accepted. It may not even be that he did, it feels like he did. He was attracted to one of the girls. And it's not like he expected to be their boyfriend. I don't think he ever expected that. But he did want to be, he wanted to be treated as a normal person. He wanted them to at least give him the time of day to talk to him, to engage with him. And because they couldn't even do that, that just made him angry. He felt like he deserved better than that. We also have the theme of wealth, cupidity, and bountiful. Wow. See, these are words I've not come across before. I mean, sorry, bountiful I have, but not cupidity. Cupidity means eagerness to possess something. Bountiful, which means plentiful and abundant. He wanted to possess something or someone, maybe. I think his family, I might be mixing him up with someone else. I don't know why I thought his family were well off. The bountiful sorry, let me read you the examples. Cupidity. The motivation of past amateur athletes was love of the game rather than the mere cupidity. Bountiful. Rome's burgeoning empire relied on bountiful Egyptian grain harvests. Because the theme is wealth, this has got something to do with money. It's weird. It's almost like I get the energy of, oh, you're the one that's missing out. You know, you won't give me the time of day to even have a conversation with me. You're the one that's missing out. If you got to know me, you'd probably like me, and you'd find out that actually my family have money, so your loss. It's that kind of thing I'm getting. But I don't know if his family do have money. I have no idea. Then we have the theme of drama. The theme of drama, we have resolution and salient. So resolution is the end. It's the conclusion of something. The meaning on this card is completion. It can be about coming to an agreement, right? You come to an agreement, a resolution. But on this card, it says it's completion. The resolution of the international crisis by arbitration was a win for peace. And salient means obvious. The detectives found salient clues at the crime scene. That's a big clue, isn't it? Isn't it? That the detectives found salient clues at the crime scene. Obvious clues. But they decided to ignore them and replace them with something else. Allegedly. But is that also is that telling me that one of those clues was something to do with Jack S? That he left his DNA, or some kind of evidence that he was involved, or he was... And we have the theme of persuasion. Insatiable and pacify. Thank you so much, Black Cat. That is so generous of you and so sweet of you. Thank you. It's my pleasure. I enjoy these live streams, honestly. It's yeah, I love engaging with you all. And I will pass that on to Jude Morse. Sorry, I will pass that on to Moose and George. Moose is being a banana on the couch right now. And thank you, Angela. Thank you so much for the jewels. Thank you. So anyway, this card. Thank you, bitch 666 for the jewels. Thank you. This card is, as I said, it's the theme of persuasion. Insatiable, pacify. Insatiable, cannot be satisfied. Pacify, to calm, to satisfy. So we've got cannot be satisfied and being satisfied. Wow. That's giving me chills, that card. It's like having the final say, or final... Not that I don't think he did have a final say, but psychologically, he felt like he had the ultimate power because he knew what was going to happen, and there's nothing they could do about it. There's something he could have done about it, but he didn't. If he'd have realized in that moment, this is what's really sad. If he'd have realized in that moment, he would have had more power by saving them than by letting them perish. But he didn't quite figure that one out. Can you imagine how grateful they would have been to him? This card is the theme of belief. And we have ascetic and hedonism. Ascetic is characterized by avoidance of comfort or pleasure. And hedonism, again, is kind of like the opposite. A philosophy of or lifestyle devoted to pleasure. This is strange, isn't it? That these words are coming out like the opposite or contrasting, which must be something to do with his persona. Ascetic, he is something's characterized by comfort or pleasure. Some adopt an ascetic lifestyle for spiritual reasons, others for health purposes. I don't think that was either as far as Jack was concerned, but this is about the avoidance of it. Okay, so that makes sense. So it's more like a minimalist lifestyle, as if you were a monk or something like that. You're avoiding certain pleasures. Um, I don't know. I feel like this is something personal to do with him. And then hedonism, which is the opposite. It's a lifestyle dedicated to pleasure. It's pleasure seeking. While disciples of Apollo prized reason, acolytes of Dionysus celebrated hedonism. It's polar opposite. It's like, is this what this could be about? Is that he may have traits of um not psychopathy. What's the other one? The mental health condition, schizophrenia. He may have traits of schizophrenia. That card may be just alluding to the two sides of him, possibly. Not on any grand scale, just that he may have, there may be traits of it. And then we have the theme of size, and it says commodious and amalgamate. Commodious is bulky and roomy, and amalgamate is to fuse together. What was it that Jack had that had plenty of room that they needed him for? Was it his place? Was it a vehicle? I think there's something to do with the transporting of bodies. I hate to say it. And then we have the theme of wealth. Was he getting paid for something? So the words are how's that pronounced? Sorry. Sinecure, and covet. Sinecure, a paid position without duties. The example is corrupt politicians often offer sinecures to their most generous supporters. Oh, right. Okay. Paying someone to support you, basically. And covet means to desire immorally or to envy. The example is, it is one thing to admire those we find heroic and quite another to covet the wealth and status that others have earned through talent and hard work. I think, I mean, as far as the coveting is concerned, I don't think it's about him coveting one of the girls. I think it's about him coveting the attention or what he believed he was owed. It's some kind of respect he was owed that he didn't get, to be treated like everyone else, and he didn't feel like he was, and he probably wasn't, as far as they were concerned. Let's do the tarot. I probably won't be clarifying every single card. I will just be clarifying the ones that need clarifying. So let's see. I'm going to use this deck, which is I love this deck. You know, I need to get the bigger version. Just looking at it today, I've been using it for the astrology readings for September, and it's the Dark Mansion Tarot, and it does come in a bigger version. But I love the illustrations on this. It's so, I don't know, there's something about it, you'll see. But anyway, it's the Dark Mansion Tarot, which is also linked to my Amazon storefront, I believe, I think. If any of you have seen a deck and you've looked on the Amazon storefront and you see it's not there, please drop me an email and let me know and I will add it. So let's see. I am going to clarify the first card, which is regret. It's regret. I'm disappointed with how things went with us and wish I could change the past. So we have Page of Wands. Spirit is messing with my cam. Thank you, Unicorn, for the donation. Thank you. Why is it messing with my cam? What's happening? Is it changing focus and stuff? Hopefully it's, you can still watch me, you can still see. Sorry, as I was saying, Page of Wands. So this is the person, it's either Jack himself or it's the person that he feels a regret about how things went with someone. I feel like, and I felt like this at the beginning, it could be a friend that he had when, before this all happened, that ended up turning their back on him. And it's not an intimate friendship. I feel like it was probably a male friend, someone that he was quite close to, that's probably ended up just, he didn't want anything to do with him. That he does care about, a friend that he cares about that he's lost. And we also have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. He recovered from this pretty quickly. When you think, well, you think about most of them actually, when you think about the level of trauma that this would create in anyone, and I've said this before, even if you were aware of what had happened and you lived nearby, even if you didn't know the victims personally, even if you went to the same university as them, even if you knew of them but you weren't closely connected to them, it would still traumatize you. But this is, you know, again, someone like Jack who knew them personally. I don't know if he's ever admitted to knowing them personally. Usually people are like, know everyone except Kaylee for some reason. They were like, yeah, we know, I knew Maddie quite well. I knew Ethan. I don't know who Kaylee is, never met her. I don't know why everyone said that. It was really weird. But this is about him recovering, coming out from a period of mourning, grief, whatever you want to call it, which maybe probably lasted a week or something. I don't know. But he bounced back pretty quickly is what I would say. So let's carry on. We've got the confusion and the symmetry. The symmetry card I want to tap into. I've just been given the word twins, and I don't know what that has to do with, but it's like a clue, and I don't know who's given it to me. I think it's a spirit guide, but they're giving me twins with the symmetry card. Like there's a connection to someone who was a twin, not that someone was carrying twins. This is connection to someone who was a twin. Or was related to twins. I'm getting some really disturbing images now, and I don't know why I'm getting these. And I don't know why I'm getting these, especially in relation to Jack, because what I'm specifically getting, trigger warning, is to do with the two girls, Kaylee and Maddie, and positioning them after they've passed. But I can hear whoever's doing it, I can hear someone saying, "That's it, you two lay like that. That's it, because you two are like little twins." It's horrible. Because I mean, there might be people in this chat who believe that they did, that they were killed in their bed and they were in their bed together when they died. I don't believe that for 1 second. They were brought back to that bed and placed in it. Um, we've also got the Hermit. The Hermit is, I think people mistake the Hermit a lot. They misinterpret the Hermit card because they think the Hermit is the loner. It's the person who's on their own, who is actually, the Hermit isn't about that. The Hermit is about a deep thinker. The Hermit is about someone who will always seek answers internally rather than externally. This isn't Jack. The Hermit's a wise soul. If anything, the Hermit could be someone else who knows. Someone else who knows that Jack knows they know. If that makes sense. It might even be one of the victims that have been visiting Jack. We just don't know. We also have the moon. And I'm getting, how clear is your conscience, Jack? That's the specific praise I'm being given, is someone who visits him in his sleep, in his dreams. I'm not saying he has apparitions or anything like that. But every now and again, he'll have a dream about one person in particular, and they'll say, "How clear is your conscience, Jack? How clear is it really?" How contented are you? How peaceful are you? And I wonder how many people are now shitting their pants a little bit right now that there's a possibility of sorry, not even a second trial, now that there is a possibility of a trial after all, that certain people may end up getting dragged into the spotlight. This is also the card, because it's the moon. This is also the card that can represent Cancer, because Cancer's ruling planet is the moon. And who is Cancer? Interesting, it's Xana. Now, you may ask, why would it be Xana that's haunting him? Why not? Because that would have been Xana's personality. Xana would have been the one to, do it on behalf of other people. Maybe she, out of all of them, and it would make sense that Xana had more of a connection with Jack than any of the others, that he spoke to her, she spoke to him. He didn't have any underlying feelings for Xana. So it would make sense that she could possibly be messaging him or sending him the odd message in his dreams. Right, so we've got the cleanup and the dark energies. I don't think I need to clarify those because it's pretty obvious, regardless of where it is, that he's involved in some kind of cleanup. I do, which I will get to because that's the vocab cards. I do definitely want to clear up what the business is about him having a big enough something, vehicle or property or something for some reason. I want to see if I can get to the bottom of that. The key people, he's a key person, ascending, level up, promotion, progress. And I said this could be to do with viewing something from above or being a lookout. And this comes in with the 3 of Wands in reverse. He was observing. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for the jewels. Thank you. He was observing. It feels like 3 people, but I think I have to include him in that. Usually when I get 3s, they're accurate to the number. So, but usually when I get 3s, you have to include the person in that. So you're talking about himself viewing 2 people. So this is him observing or surveilling 2 people. Now his job, which would also make so much sense, his job may have been to keep an eye on Maddie and Kaylee all throughout the evening. And I seem to remember having said something very similar in a previous reading, that his job was to keep an eye on them, keep an eye on it, check back with us, let us know what's happening, if there's anything we need to know, if there's anything, if the plan's going off course, whatever. And that's why he would have been at the corner club. That's why he would have chased them, to in the street to say, they're going to get you for this. That's why he was watching them at the grub truck. But if that's the case, if he was appointed a lookout of some kind or a watcher, that made him feel great. That did. He was like in his, his ego was. And I don't know, maybe this whole energy of feeling like he's watching something from above is symbolic. Maybe he wasn't actually watching anything from above. Maybe he felt like he was above them. And then we have the 4 of Cups. And again, it's a feeling of power that certain people may have come to him, maybe afterwards, maybe during. Hey, do you know what's going on? Have you heard? Do you know? And even though he does know, he's like, might do. Not telling you though. He may not have said might do. I'm just adding that in for dramatic purpose. I don't know. But he had knowledge, which was power. Thank you so much, Little Devil, for the 200 jewels. Thank you. I really appreciate you. And thank you, Vicky, for the jewels. Thank you. I've got so many jewels now. I need my own Tower of London. The Witness card. So here's the question with the Witness card. Is the Witness card as obvious as being he witnessed something? Or is it that someone witnessed him? Do I pull out the yes/no deck? Oh, God. I'm not friends with this yes/no deck because I don't think it's accurate. Not as accurate as using my intuition. But let's see what we get for this first. So I'm having a hot flush, which usually, apparently, and I didn't know this, because a lot of people or a lot of readers, I've heard that when they're connecting with spirit, they have that hot rush thing, hot flash, whatever you want to call it. And apparently that's a symptom, along with my usual symptoms, which are itchy face. And it used to be a lot of sneezing, but now I'm having a hot flush. So Two of Cups reversed, which is to do with the witness. Someone that was close to Jack feels like knows or saw or has information that probably Jack wishes they didn't. And I'm wondering if this is taking me back to the same thing about a friend that basically distanced themselves from him. And you will ask the question, well, why didn't they just report it? Why didn't they report it to the police? Why didn't anyone do that? You know, how many people could have known about this when you think about it? And no one did anything because they were part of the same fraternity, because they were part of, or they were friends with someone who was in that fraternity, or people would have known who said it. And then they're basically, their life's in danger. You think that wouldn't happen? I think it could. I believe it. That's why. And then the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So whatever's going, and again, it feels like an obvious thing to say, but whatever happened here with Jack, whatever this person witnessed that Jack was doing or his involvement, Jack wasn't alone. He didn't do it alone. I think that's obvious, and that's another reason why they would have kept quiet, because I don't know who would have been with Jack, or who would have been not just with Jack, but who would have been instructing Jack. Maybe it's someone that you just don't, for instance, and again, I'm putting this out there as a hypothetical, okay? I'm not saying that this is it, but say, for instance, they realized that the person that was also involved was law enforcement. What can you do with that? Not much. Who can you report that to? So let me have a look at these vocab cards just to see which ones I need to clarify. And the one I'm drawn to was about the where is it? Bountiful. Because there's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these. I don't want to clarify all of them. So sorry, bear with me, guys. I need to find the right one because I can't remember which one it was. Salient. Pay position without duties. Covet. Ascetic. Characterized by the, it's not that one. I think it's this one. Yes. Commodious, bulky, roomy, and amalgamate, fused together. It's almost like I keep seeing like the boot, sorry, you don't call it a boot in America. The trunk of a car being big enough, that kind of thing is what I'm picking up from this. And I don't know what kind of car he had, or even if he had a car, because I know in his interview, did he not mention something about, thank you so much, Paula, for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. Welcome. You're going to be busy now watching all those other members only videos. And thank you, Mickey's Girl. Welcome, Mickey's Girl. How are you doing? And thank you for the jewels. What was I saying? What was I saying? Did I lose my train of thought? Hold on. Yes, sorry, the trunk of a car. And did he even have a car? He probably didn't even have a car. I don't know. I seem to remember something about his interview and him walking everywhere. I don't know why I got that. He used to walk. Why have I got that? But there's something. Whoa, Flowerface, the Jews gave him a car. Showalter. Are you talking about Showalter or decor? I don't know. So we have the Tower. This is clarified by the Tower. So this is about, and again, I keep seeing this over and over again, ever since the beginning, whatever the plan was, it did not go to plan. Something went wrong and they had to react to that in real time. And this is where something that Jack had was going to come in very handy. Now, I don't know. I don't know if it's not a car. It's something else. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. It's a connection. He had a connection. Even though it's a weird way to describe a person being bulky, but it's someone who had money and influence and power. So maybe they had to call on someone and they needed Jack to do that. Cookie's Corner, I was just saying that I love this deck. I love this deck. The art is amazing. It is very Tim Burton. And it is called Mansion. Sorry, I know I've read that comment, but it is called the Dark Mansion Tarot. See what else. 10 of Cups. So whoever this is, I mean, this would allude to something being in the family. Thank you so much, Jenna P, for the jewels. Thank you so much. Maybe he did have a contact in the family. Maybe he did have to call some, but it's weird. It's like there's a lot of that going on. When I say there's a lot of that going on, like Dylan calling her father, but that was after the event. Whereas this energy, I feel, is more about during something not going to plan and calling someone in. The other thing this could be is if he had any connections to law enforcement, if he had to call someone in from that side of things. Has he even got anyone in the family in law enforcement? Because there's the family cards come out as well. But we still, you know, the fact that I've not picked up, what I will say is the fact that I've not picked up anything different about what did Maddie tell Adam, to me means that I already know because I've already been told by Kaylee. So, and if you can't remember or you don't know, then you would have to go and watch that video, which is in the playlist, Bombshells from Kaylee. There's two or three videos, Bombshells from Kaylee. But it's actually in the title. It says including what Maddie told Adam. It's actually in the title, so you don't have to go searching through every single Bombshells from Kaylee video to find it. But I am going to leave it there for now. And let's do a bit of engagement. Just bear with me. And I haven't been looking at the chat. So anyone who's been desperately wanting your comment read or answered, I know that you've been doing an amazing job as well, by the way, Tara. Thank you so much. Because I know that Tara will answer any questions that she can while I'm busy. So yeah, let's have a look at these comments. Thank you for looking after everyone so well. Thank you, Tara. Been doing an amazing job again. Also just want to say hey and welcome to all of you guys watching on replay. Welcome to all of you. I do forget that. I'm sorry. It's not something I've got into the habit of doing yet, but thank you all of you who are watching on the replay. Love this group. I know. What an amazing bunch. I thought someone wanted to mention, I think got mine from Temu. Yeah, I think they do a bigger version, which, you know, really, you shouldn't really buy your decks from Temu. And I have done in the past, because someone has designed this deck and they should be getting the, you know, they should be getting their, because when it's sold on Temu, basically it's just a deck that is copied and printed, and it's a there's a word for it. What's it called? Pirating. It's like pirating a deck. So you should really look for the original deck, which is always going to be better anyway. And I think I am going to do that. I'm going to find the original and buy it. You can still find original decks on places like Amazon. You don't have to. Hi, Jolie. Thank you so much. Wow, your channel has grown. Thank you for your work and dedication. Thank you. It really is growing, and I've never been one to focus on the numbers, if that makes sense. Because I never wanted to be about the numbers. I never wanted to constantly tell people to subscribe, you know, it's not about that. But please do like if I'm doing a live stream, because the reason I will tell people to like the live stream, if you are enjoying it, is because it actually helps get the live stream out there so that other people can find it as well. So, you know, I don't expect people to like something if they don't like it. Put it that way. I'm not going to be bullying you into hitting the like button if you decided that actually I don't like it. If that's the case, why are you watching? But anyway. Have you ever done a reading on Ashley Jennings? No, I haven't. Not yet. But I should. But I definitely should. Is it a rumor that Showalter is related to, you talk about the Aryan Knights, AG? You mean AK? I don't know. Is it? I don't know. I don't know how true that is. If there is someone in his family that's a member of the AK, that would make a lot of sense, to be honest. It is a lovely group. The Ravens are the best. The Ravens are the best. You're all the best. You are all in the best chat, live stream chat ever. And don't you forget it. Have you done a reading on Cole Barenberg? Not yet. I think his name is in the jar. Thank you also to whoever that was that just saw some. All I can see is a watermelon. Hold on. 500 joules from Bitch 666. Wow, thank you. You've been busy today. Thank you so much. It's easily done, Tara, honestly. Hang on a minute. Hold on. You might be right. Who did I do a reading on and it was really dark? Was that Cole? Or am I getting mixed up with someone else? Let me just quickly search. Hold on. I have done a reading. I do apologize. That just shows you know me better than I know myself. Tara, I have done a reading. I will actually, just one second. You haven't posted the link, have you? Tara, let me just quickly post this. Yeah, I've often wondered if, thank you so much. As I said, thank you so much for being so generous today. Bitch 666. I've often wondered, because of that reading that I did on Cole, because it is pretty intense, that reading was really intense, whether he was friends with Jack Showalter, but no one could tell me either way. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I do forget what readings I've done and what or who I've read. It's more like not. I do forget the readings unless they're significant, like that one about Cole. No, the Nathan Gonsalves is in the jar, and I have not done a reading on him yet. And yes, that's one of the big names I'm looking forward to doing. So who knows what might come out next. He is in the jar. I think I've heard that as well. He might be KG's real dad. Thank you so much, French Connection Mama, for the jewels. Thank you so, so much. Yeah, I've done a reading on Mason already. So sorry, no, I haven't. I'm so confused. I haven't done a reading on Mason, but you're right. I do need to put his name in the jar. I can't remember if I have. I don't think I have, you know, so I'm going to put his name in. He might end up being in there twice, but oh well. Pen. There it is. Mason. So the plan is that I will always do, I say always, the plan is to do live readings on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday, unless something happens in the meantime, like there's, you know, a big news happens, or I don't know, and then I may not do a live reading, and I may do something else. Or for instance, if I have a channeling session again, and I may, instead of doing a reading, tap into the channeling session or tell you about the channeling session. Hey Stephanie, I just put it in the wrong one. No, I didn't. Sorry. Hey Stephanie, my ADHD's on fire today. Hey Stephanie, how are you doing? Thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. I hope you enjoy all of the members only content that you can now watch at your leisure. There is a members only video coming out after this live stream. It is done, it's recorded, and I just need to upload it. It usually would have been done before the live stream, but for some reason it was taking forever to process. And also, let me just say beforehand, I do apologize for the Wednesday wire this week, because I thought I was connected to my microphone, and for some reason I was connected to my camera microphone, so the audio is a bit shite. So I do apologize. Dullinger. No. Who is Dullinger? Is he a cop? Is Dullinger a cop? He's a police officer. Okay. Officer Dullinger. Let's put him in. I'm going to be rereading all of law enforcement again. That's when my reading started taking a very dark turn, when I started reading law enforcement, interestingly. Officer. Sorry, Officer Dullinger. Is he ISP? Is he Moscow PD? Is he FBI? Do you know? Chief. He's chief now. Chief of who? Captain. MPD. Dullinger. Oh, so he's one that's been promoted since it happened, which is interesting. Hey Coco, how are you doing? Good to see you here. Can you do 11126? Yes. Which property is 1126? It's not, because when you look at, sorry to ask the question, when you look at 1119, it looks like there's two there because there's two doors, isn't there? There's two separate doors. Are they all 1119, or is it 1119 which is next to another property and they are joined together, if anyone knows, next to 1118? So is 1119 and 1118 the two buildings together that look like one? Directly across from JD. Now I'm going to ask, where's JD? Because I don't even know that. Anyway, if you get a chance, Coco, my love, can you send me, just WhatsApp me, if you can send me a picture, sorry to be a pain, and just tell me which is which. I need to be able to visualize it. But I've got some very interesting, let me tell you something. I have listened to the audio from 1112 that I said I haven't done. I don't know if anyone watched on my, I think it was probably my Sunday live stream, to say I've never listened to the audio properly. And I kept telling myself I was going to do it. Listen to the file directly from the police file, so it's not tampered with and it's not being, I'm not being told what to hear, kind of thing. Well, I did. I listened to it. I think it was yesterday. I listened to it several times, all of it. I listened to it several times, sped up, slow down, and I have come to some incredible conclusions that I am going to be sharing with everyone on Sunday, during the live stream on Sunday. And I maybe listen, because I don't keep up with what's going on. I really don't. And this may have already been mentioned by other people. I don't know. But for me, it's brand new and exclusive, that I have picked up on that from that audio. It's crazy, honestly. Yeah. So sorry, Coco, was it 1126, did you say? One one two six? Is it? Yeah. If you get a chance, just yes. Okay. 1126. Okay. Yeah, I'll message you anyway, Coco. 1126. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I will. It's going in the jar. Is that the one they called the Shark Tank, or is that a different property? Because I never did that either. Whatever the house was that they called the Shark Tank, I never read that one. So key figure big in Netflix. Key figure and big in Netflix. Wow, that's interesting. That Whitcomb's daughter's married to Rosie. Really? Wow. Okay. He's part of Christchurch, white nationalism run church. His dad ran it until his death a couple of years back. Darkness for sure. Who are we talking about? Thank you also to Taurus for the 200 joules. Thank you so much. Thank you. No, it's not the same property. Okay. Hannah, hey honey, how are you? It's so good to see you here. I don't know if you got to use your wrench today. No pressure. So I hope you're all making Hannah a welcome. She has got boots, but she doesn't have to use them if she doesn't want to. So good to see you. Anyone seen Kaylee's little sister, Aubrey? She's drop dead gorgeous. Oh, I don't know if I have. Was she on the documentary? She looks just like Maddie, does she? See, that's a bit weird as well, isn't it? That is a bit weird as well. Strawberry blonde, blue eyes. Something. No, I'm going to keep that comment to myself. Sorry. Yeah, interview with Stephen Christie. She's beautiful. Welcome to the live, Taurus. Yay! She does look just like Maddie. What's going on there? Mm. Manifesting healing with Hippie Sue. I love that name. Manifest healing with Hippie Sue. We are talking about Rosenthal's family. Nathaniel. Oh, wow. I mean, we know there's definitely something going on there, but I just didn't know. Where have you found out all the information about him then? Hey, Shanine's. I'll just leave it at Shanine, okay? Welcome. You're new here. Welcome. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much. What was the motive against the girls? It's a good question. Yeah, welcome to the Ravens. Welcome to the Raven Circle. You are a Raven now. It's a good question. What was the motive for killing the girls? The way I've seen it is them just ending up being collateral damage, kind of, because they've come back into a house that is just the scene of a murder, or they're in the middle of, I don't know what's going on, whether they've witnessed something going on or they've come into a house that is, but they had to be dealt with, is what I've seen. But there's so many other things I've seen as well, which is why I need to kind of sort out in my head what actually happened, because there's part of me that feels like they, the way Kaylee showed me, they walked in on something and never left. But then the way Maddie showed me is something completely different, where Kaylee's gone to find Murphy and she's been savagely beaten, which felt very personal, very targeted, very personal. And why? I haven't figured that one out. I don't know. What did Steve mean? You didn't have to go upstairs. It's interesting. I don't know if you're a I don't know if you're a member, Taurus. The reason I'm asking is because I've just done the Wednesday Wire where I've responded to someone else's comment about that. It's interesting because it's a bit of a play on words. Say, for example, he knew that the property that the people that were responsible went to didn't even have stairs. Say he knew that. Say he knew that they were meant to go to an apartment. I don't know. It's like, and that's why he said they didn't even have to go upstairs. Instead of seeing that comment as being they didn't have to go upstairs, it's like they didn't even have to go upstairs. There was no stairs to go up. I don't know. It's very, and I know that's confusing, but I was given information from Kaylee that said when she was growing up, her and Maddie were very close, and she said she didn't know it was abnormal until she was older that both sets of parents, she made it me feel like both the Gonsalves and the Mogans used to have adult parties a lot, and that it wouldn't be unusual for for Kaylee to go into the bedroom when she was younger and see her dad with a different woman in bed, or see her mum with a different man in bed, and it'd be like just be like normal. Someone stayed overnight again, someone stayed the night again, it's like. And now she, as she got older, she realized that it's like, okay, that's not what everyone does, but it's still okay. So there's definitely something going on there. Yeah, Jules Amora, the channeling session I had with Kaylee, she made me feel like she got home. And again, that's at odds with what Maddie told me. So it's still confusing. And that the first thing she's aware of is, first of all, she wants to know where Murphy is. And then she realizes that Ethan's on the floor. She never said he was dead, but she couldn't figure out what was wrong with him. He definitely wasn't well, and no one was doing anything about it. It's how she made me feel. It's like everyone was just carrying on as normal, like it didn't matter. And Dylan had a smirk on her face. That's what I remember her saying. Like it was a joke. She made me feel like it was some kind of practical joke, that she was the butt of the joke. It's such a weird feeling. Even though that clearly wasn't what was happening, but her confusion was, why are people looking at me like that, and why is Ethan on the floor? Is he going to get up in a minute and go, "Buh, got you"? It's that kind of thing. Really horrible. Potsy, you referenced Treehouse and Lookout, so can you add 500 Queen Road to the jar? It's known as okay. I didn't know about that. 500 Queen Road. It's known as Treehouse. Okay. I wonder if I should actually save, even though I know we enjoy the jar readings and the mystery of what's coming out, but sometimes it's good to actually do a reading that is connected to a previous reading as it happens. Does that make sense? So because you've just told me about that, Potsy, I feel like I should be doing a reading on it instead of waiting for it to come out the jar. And when it does eventually come out the jar, it doesn't have as much significance. So how do people feel about me doing the 500 Queen Road Treehouse next? Because it seems very relevant to this reading that I've just done. And if so, I'll schedule it for Friday. So I feel like it's my intuition's telling me there's something about this place. Black Cat. I watched True Crime Design last night, and what an eye-opener of what she had to say. Pretty much what Sue has been talking about in her readings. Really? Okay. That's interesting. So I'm going to put this in for the reading on Friday. So it's not going to be a surprise, unfortunately, but I think I need to read this next. I think this property needs to be read. There's always a reason why I'm given these things. Like you just said, Potsy, I've been given the tree, not tree house, but yeah, I was given a tree. Sorry, seeing someone in a tree. And this is a property that is very close to 1122. So I think this has got something about this that I need to look into. Where does Brent Kopaka fall into all of this? So eerie that no one says anything about him. I do have theories about Brent Kopaka, which I need to, and I've mentioned this before, I need to get it down in some coherent sense for it to make sense in order to talk about that. But there is definitely a link between Kopaka and Koberger, which I'm not going to get into now. Yes, Belinda Bunn, absolutely. Hannah, Brent was originally going to be the patsy. He was taken out. Exactly. That's exactly right. And they found someone because they'd already had everything lined up. Everything was set up to frame Kopaka, and then they've ended up killing him. They've lost their suspect or their their patsy. They've had to find someone else that's got similarities in lots of different ways. Same car, same name, same area, same traits, same interests, even with things like an interest in, I don't know, because I know Kopaka was a bit of a knife collector or something like that. He liked collecting blades. I don't know if that's the same with Koberger, but I know that he was, from what I've seen, he was interested in them. So many different things that are just like, right, they've basically lost some, they've lost their number one, this is who did it, and they've had to fill that gap. First Noel 111111113. Sorry. In my opinion, Kaylee found out really bad stuff about her family, but everyone around her already knew except for her true friends. Maddie, just a jabberjaw, told Adam, and he told them they are going to squeal. Yeah, there's something really sad about what Kaylee had to deal with in her, I'd say her late teen, I'd say probably from the age of about 17, 18 onwards. And I'm not saying that there's no abuse or anything like that going on in her family. I don't think that for a second. There wasn't. But it's what she had to do, is what I get. It's what she had to do. I feel like she, to a certain extent, worked for her dad. And I think it was to do with crypto. I think she laundered crypto through doing webcam. Not necessarily laundered. Would you have to launder crypto? But there was something about laundering, I don't know, that she did via OnlyFans or something like that. I don't know. But it feels like she didn't like doing it. There's a reason why she had all those laptops. There's a reason why she had all those laptops, and that is to do with all the different identities and things like that. Wasn't Kopaka bullied by AK? I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. He's not even from Idaho. Is that Chris Whitcomb? He's not from Idaho. TT, Mark Rosenthal, married to Whitcomb's daughter, named Connie, might be Nate Rosie's parent. What? Was everyone related to each other? What's going on? So Mark Rosenthal is married to Whitcomb's daughter. Yeah. Might be Nate Rosie's parents. Yeah, I don't know. George is upstairs singing to Larry right now. It's a passionate number. I've heard. There are a lot of relations, families go deep there. Is the laundering... Oh, yeah, good point. It's laundering the Jews haven't tried to get Kelly's phone unlocked because they've let the investigators look at it. They have to let investigators look into it. Yeah, God knows what's on. I mean, not only her phone, but all of her devices. Have they got any of her devices back? Not just her phone. There were like how many laptops? Allegedly. Not that they're going to tell us. Jack S. had, hang on, what's this? Sorry. His fiance is related to Gunderson. See what I mean? They're all linked. They're all linked. They all have reasons. When you're asking yourself the question, why would everyone cover up for this? Everyone's got links to in some way, shape, or form. It's something I've actually put it together some time ago, actually, and I just never had the opportunity to run through it. And it's my take on why, or what I believe happened, why there would be such a huge cover up by so many people. And it's my take on it. And I spent some time doing it and writing it down and putting it all together. And I thought I'm going to put it out as a video. And I just didn't. For whatever reason, I haven't done it yet, but I will share it with you, probably during a live stream at some point. Manifest healing with Hippie Sue. Mark and Connie are Nate's parents. Okay. Where do you find this stuff out, just out of interest? Maybe don't tell me, because then I'm going to end up going down some deep rabbit holes looking at stuff. But where do you normally find this stuff out? It's just some misinformation going around on TikTok that of course I had to repeat. That's you, Jules. But are you talking about what manifest healing is talking about as well? Mm. Jack Showalter lived at the treehouse. Wow. Along with some Ethan's frat buddies, according to the Idaho state. Wow. Are you kidding? That is definitely that is the next reading. I've got it in my hand and I've been screwing it up. So the next reading is going to be that property. So hold on. Which is which? I don't know who to believe now. JS lived at the Queen Road Apartments, but someone else said that he lived at the treehouse. Where did you see that he lived at the treehouse? I'll still do obviously I'm going to do the reading, but just, if anyone has sort of any receipts for where I know I have heard that Jack lived at the Whites, I think. Did he? They're all dirty. Everyone is complicit for different things. Yeah, they're I mean, you can tell the ones that aren't involved because they're the ones that there's only a couple that I've seen so far that have been interviewed. And there may well be more because I'm sure I think they interviewed over 100 people or something. But so far, from what I've seen, there's only been a couple who've shown genuine emotion for having lost someone, in that way. And I can't remember. One of them was a male. I can't remember who it was, but he was finding it tough to get through the interview, and I can't remember his name. So as far as I'm concerned, they're the people that have nothing, no knowledge, nothing, have nothing to do with it. Thank you. 500 Queen Road is apartments. Wow. Okay. Have we done a reading on the White's apartments? Yes. Saw the photos with the blood and Damon's bracelet on the ground. Yes, I have. I have done a reading on the Whites. Just find it. This a race to get to the link. Look, me and Tara. Gundy's related to Farley. Really? Do we know this to be true? That is the link to the White's apartments reading. Emma Tiger, Kaylee's. Is that another sister of Kaylee's? How many siblings has she got? Is that really? Is that a sister, Coco? Sorority sister. Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I can put her name in the jar. Sorry, what is Kaylee's? I don't understand the terminology because I was saying no, not a sorority sister. A little. What's a little? Kaylee mentored her. Her little. Okay. So Emma Tiger. Kaylee's little. Has there been an interview for this person? Just wondering. Thank you so much, Paula, for gifting a membership. Super kind of you. Welcome, whoever receives that. Welcome to the family. Oh, Bethany was Maddie's little. Okay. That makes sense that they always wondered if they were good friends or something because you see them, there's pictures of them together. Oh, I didn't know about that. The big and the little situation. No one's pulled her interview, as in no one's foiled it. Is that what you mean? I don't know. People can still foil, can they? Or has everything been frozen already? Director's here. He has been fed. He should be okay. Okay. It's not what you think. You heard the jar and you thought it was treats. It's not. Sorry. Has Officer Snyder been read? Officer Snyder been read? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but we have had a reading on the wife. Steve's son married, who deleted all her Idaho 4 content. That. So you're talking about Olivia, as in Chronicles of Olivia. Olivia. I don't think I've done. Have I? I've definitely done a reading on Dylan's dad. A couple of readings on Dylan's dad. Yeah, it said that. So sorry, Dylan was Maddie's little, and Maddie was. Sorry, Bethany was Maddie's. Bethany was Maddie's little. So what's going on here? Hold on. Dylan was Maddie's little. No, sorry. Yes. What? I'm confused. Start again. Shark Tank Health as well. Whose little is whose here? Dylan is whose little? Bethany's? No. Maddie had two. So Maddie had Bethany and Dylan as their littles, as her littles. Wow. You learn something new every day. Olivia 7. Oh, thank you so much, Delicious. Debelicious. Debelicious Mama. Thank you so much for the jewels. I appreciate you so, so much. Thank you. Oops. Trying to, sorry, because it's scrolling up so fast. Oh, goodness. Oh, sorry. It's all fun and games. Trying to be a mod. I'm useless at it, as you can see. Anyway, guys, I may have to wrap this up because I have to, yeah, just have to do stuff. I have to eat. Haven't had any dinner yet. And also I've got to post that, sorry, Wednesday Wire as well, which is important. Here comes Karma. Nothing under Snyder for reading, Sue. I see. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't too sure if I had, but thank you for checking. Thank you for checking. So I will put him in the jar as well. Officer Snyder. It's a very snidey name, isn't it? Snyder. Snyder. Okay. Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to call it wraps, call it a day, because yeah, I've got to sort my life out and get to bed because it is now. What time is it? It's past 9 o'clock. I did get to bed at a decent time last night, which is nice. It's always nice. But then I think I slept too long because I woke up with a really sore back. I think I spent too long in bed. Anyway, just Jackson Snyder. Oh, I'm reading you done. They all sound the same. Oh my God, I know. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you can still hear me, but everything just literally shut down. My whole everything just shut down. I was like, what the hell? So I don't know if I was still on screen, effing and blinding. I do apologize if I was, but everything literally shut down on me, and I do apologize. Don't know what happened there. But anyway, as I was saying, I do have to get gone. Okay, now I hear it's okay. Yes. Was I still on camera then? Because literally, it's like, and I went to reconnect, and it said sorry, not available. Like, what? Anyways, I was saying thank you, everyone, all of you. Thank you to Here Comes Karma. Thank you to Hannah, which is exactly the point where I seem to have lost connection. If you, and I don't know if you're here enjoying the chat or if you've done any modding, I don't know, I haven't seen. But either way, thank you, all of you. And if anyone has emailed me, by the way, about modding, don't worry, I have seen your email, but today's been one of those days where I haven't managed to reply to everyone. So I am going to get to it hopefully tomorrow. So I haven't forgotten about you if you have emailed me. But thank you, guys. Thank you, all of you. I look forward to seeing you all again on Friday. And yeah, enjoy if you are a member. But, oh, I wasn't on camera. Chat was good. Okay. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, thank you, guys. I love you all. Night, night. Hannah, love you too. Love you too. I will see you Friday. Take care, everyone.
Footsteps echo down a hollow hall. Shadows stretch where the secrets crawl. A flick of light, a shattered glass. Truth buried deep beneath the past. Who holds the gavel? Who breaks the chain? Who hides the evidence? Who shifts the blame? Behind the badge, behind the smile, lies a ledger dripping vile. Redding stains and twisted ties, a house of mirrors built on a silent handshake out of sight. Justice wears a crooked grin. The game was rigged before it could begin.